What happens once ARPA funds are exhausted is a concern for some nonprofits using those federal dollars to start new programs. Here now to discuss that and how they've used their ARPA dollars to improve the lives of Southern Nevadans are Nina Gallagher, Development Director for Helping Hands of Vegas Valley, and Karen Martin, Chairman of Operation School Bell for the Assistance League of Las Vegas. Ladies, thank you both for joining us. I'll start off with, what does your organization do and what are you using these ARPA dollars for?
So Helping Hands of Vegas Valley is a nonprofit whose mission is to impact the lives of our senior citizens in the local community through a number of programs and services that we offer for free. In regards to the ARPA funds, it's being utilized for our rural pantry program. So with that said, we're supporting both seniors in Clark County, in Moapa, in Tonopah, in Beatty, in Pahrump, Mesquite of all places, but the need is evident. It exists, so that's where that funding is going.
Something about a kitchen renovation as well?
So that we're partnering up with an organization who is going to build a kitchen who will eventually become a space for congregate meals for our seniors. Because socialization is important, right? And just since the last 2 years of being closed up and kind of kept from the common folk, not the common folk, but the general public.
Right.
We're just trying to reintroduce them into being with others and doing some activities. But yeah, that's part of that as well. But
wow, neat.
Our rural program, each of our clients will receive 20 to 30 prepared meals. So they're shelf stable or frozen. And it's direct shipped to each of their homes because they truly live in a food desert. So no quick access to food. So.
What about Operation School Bell?
Operation School Bell is a program of the Assistance League of Las Vegas, and we impact the lives of children, and we also have some programs that help adults. But Operation School Bell is completely geared toward helping children get dressed for school so that they've got what they need to feel confident. So we provide a full week's worth of clothing, including school supplies, a jacket, shoes, socks, clothes to wear to school, uniforms, if that's necessary. And we provide that to any child in need in the Clark County School District.
You had told me off camera that it's important for parents interested in using your program to reach out directly to the school.
That's right. There is so much need. We are sensitive to the fact that we've received so many emails and phone calls regarding parents that need help dressing their children, getting them ready to go back to school. And as empathetic as we are, they've got to go through the schools. We need to be accountable for all of the children that we serve. And we do that through going through the schools and tracking the students.
Accountability is a big part of getting these ARPA dollars. There are reporting requirements. You have to show this is how we are spending the money. And that's before you submit to get reimbursed. You're not getting this money right up front. You have to begin implementing your program and then get reimbursed. The governor has called these funds a once-in-a-lifetime kind of opportunity. How impactful are these funds for you and your organization?
For our organization, it's huge because we provide services that actually help to create some independence and for these seniors to live with some dignity and for as long as they can within their own dwelling without having to be taken someplace else. Sorry. But these funds, we have a case management team that are wonderful who do assessments with those in need. And so with that, there are parameters and stipulations because of the funding that they have to meet certain requirements. And I'd say 100% of our clients are at 185% of the current federal poverty level, which is, our average senior makes below $800 a month. And so when that rent increase happened, they're stuck with the decision of whether they pay for the roof over their head, food in their tummy, or I get so emotional, sorry, or medication. So through Helping Hands of Vegas Valley, we're offering pantry and a number of services underneath pantry, transportation to medical appointments, to the pharmacy, to the grocery store. We deliver groceries every first and third Saturday, and these people are so grateful for everything and anything they receive. And we have a respite care program, which is awesome. We're trying to make respite care sexy, if you will, for our caregivers to, one, care for themselves first with the realization that they could be better caretakers for their loved ones. And so that's a huge effort that we make. And then minor home repair. So those of our seniors who live at home and can prove that they own their place, we get in there, and especially during the summer months, like right now, it being super hot, tons of requests for air conditioning units to be replaced. That's anywhere from $7,000 to $10,000. And we have wonderful partners who give us discounted rates to make that happen, because nothing ever comes out of the pocket of a senior. All services and programs are completely free. And today, to speak to supporting children in the Valley, our grandparents, we have 588 grandchildren under the care of some of our clients. And so today we did a back to school event this morning to get them started with the necessary supplies to get the year going. So I would love to partner with you in regards to making that effort even more successful. So.
Oh, wonderful.
That would be great. Yes, thank you so much.
Operation School Bell, how many children are you going to be able to serve with this money?
We, with the money that we are getting, we'll be able to serve 900 children. We are used to doing 8,000 in a year, but because of the pandemic, our numbers have been down. Schools were closed for a while, and we had volunteers filling bags and driving them around the valley to drop off at different schools. But yes, this will be wonderful to serve 900 additional children. Our funding sources are down as a result of the pandemic, and we are fortunate to have a grant writing team that looks for every opportunity to get funds, because the more we have, the more children we can serve.
What was your strategy with your proposals? Because this is a one-time use of funds. It's going to run out. So there are some nonprofits that started new programs, and they will face that reality. You chose to stick with Operation School Bell.
We did. We chose to stick with that and to just provide services to an additional number of students.
And when that money runs out?
You know, we are fortunate that we have a thrift store, a wonderful thrift store that brings in income for us, and other private and corporate donors. But every penny makes a difference into how we are able to operate.
And what about you with what you are doing with the money? How much of it is new, and how much of it is what you were already doing?
So we started this program at the height of pandemic, and so that brought some light to the true need in the Valley and beyond, right, Clark County. And so because of the fact that we kept getting more, when I go back to the silver lining, bringing more awareness to what we do, it's word of mouth really, that we have our seniors tell another senior, and another senior shares it, and they are literally helping each other, seniors serving seniors, which is wonderful. And so with this program, with the funding, it'll help to improve and allow us to continue the support. But even once those funds are depleted, I say relationships are so important. And because of the relationships that we've built in the Valley, that'll help us sustain that very program.
I want to read to you a statement I got from Stacy Wedding. She is local and she is a consultant for nonprofits. I asked her about how her clients are using ARPA funds. She said, quote, "A majority of my nonprofit clients have all taken advantage of ARPA funding. It's a mixed bag. Many are grateful to have the support, but wonder A, when a funding decision will be made and when they will be notified, B, how quickly they will need to spend the money given the delays in decisions, and C, how they will sustain after ARPA funds are exhausted." Now, this was before Tuesday, because on Tuesday the Interim Finance Committee allocated the rest of the money to the nonprofits. So nonprofits who applied now know whether they're getting funding or not. But do any of those issues apply to you? We did discuss the ARPA funds running out at some point, but anything else there?
I think really with any nonprofit, there's always going to be challenges. And the funding, regardless of where the funding is coming from, it's being able to have that smart team in place who knows, okay, this is where we're allocating dollars. These are our priorities. but we're going to continue, regardless of the challenges, to serve and continue to, because our mission exists, because a problem exists, right? And so we're here to solve them, and we appreciate the funding that we will receive. And
do you know when you will receive it? When are you able to begin getting it reimbursed?
we don't know as of yet.
So that is an issue.
Yes, which is okay, because, I mean, I wanted to find the good in all things, but with our team at Helping Hands of Vegas Valley, we continue to just push through. We manage, balance all things, and so once we do get a reimbursement, that's a celebration, right? Because now we can continue to do other things.
And one last point I want to make is that the state has, by the end of 2024, to allocate all the money. Then the onus is on the nonprofits to spend all of that by 2026. That is not an issue for you, though, because your program is just for 1 year, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And we spoke about the issue of reserves, how important they are for these nonprofits, because you're not going to get reimbursed until...
That's right. We have a board of directors, and we've been very conservative with our funds. So we have a minimum of a year's reserve operating funds. And again, we have a grant team that takes advantage of other opportunities for funding. So we will spend it. That will not be an issue for us. And we will continue to look to other opportunities for fundraising. Correct.
You will find a way.
We will definitely.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We do want to acknowledge that, like many community-based organizations, Vegas PBS has requested ARPA funding.